4 times, and it cracks me up, here, say, yes, coach, and seeing you, and then just watching the enthusiasm of that team, that went on for 5 minutes, so that was fun. But it's exciting for Rice University, it's exciting for Rice football to be a part of this, the AutoZone Liberty Bowl. We thank you. The city's been fabulous to us. The trip to St. Jude was just life-changing for some of our team that came back and just talked about what that did for them as people and how that touched them. It's one of those you wished you could really get your whole football team over there to visit those young people in such a fight. So we do appreciate everything so far. Looking forward to kickoff, I know that.
Is the bell, since David mentioned it, is the bell good or can you get the shot you need? Everybody, okay. If you have any other opening comments, David, do that and then we'll take questions.
Well, I do, and I mean it. Harold, the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, that was a goal for Rice football. It is a bowl I went to when I was assistant coach at TCU in 2002, and it was a great experience for us then. It has been a fabulous experience for this football team now. And, so much of what you want to do for a team is, you set a goal early in the year to go to a bowl game. We wanted to go to the Liberty Bowl. And it's also about making memories. And I think we've come to Memphis and this football team and coaching staff and fans and alumnus, we're making memories that are going to last a lifetime. It's been a great year for Rice football. And this senior class, one of its goals was to leave its mark at this university. I think we've done that. And to have the AutoZone Liberty, be the final goal on our board. There's not a lot of football teams in the country that are continuing to make memories, that are continuing to achieve the goals that these young men are. So we're excited to be here. The hospitality, everywhere we've gone, the people of Memphis have just been incredible to us. So I think the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, I think the people of Memphis, because it really are, we're making some memories that are going to last a lifetime, and that's what it's all about.
Questions?
When you look at the goals that you talked about, some years the goals end kind of quickly. To watch each step this year, what's that been like on that board that you guys have, where it's win this game, win this, win conference, go to a bowl? You keep on going up the ladder, so to speak.
After we won the Armed Forces Bowl last January, and the fact we had 23 seniors and 19 of them were fifth-year seniors, we asked them to dream big and to set their goals high. And, this is one when they said we wanted to win Conference USA, we want to go to the Liberty Bowl, which for Conference USA, that's where the champ goes. And so you got to win Conference USA to achieve that goal. And we have one left. We want to win a bowl game. But it has been, as a coach, too, the longer you do this, so much of it is about watching your team when they achieve their goals and the sense of satisfaction they have as young men and the satisfaction we have as coaches watching them achieve the goal. And like I said, that video when Harold invited us to the Liberty Bowl, I think that said a lot of what this meant for us to come to Memphis and the AutoZone Liberty Bowl. And it is the senior class that's going to leave their mark. It was the first conference championship in 56 years. There's been a lot of firsts, and it's a tribute to the senior class and the work. It's a class that's never cheated the work. They've come over there and consistently tried to improve their entire time at Rice. And so it is gratifying where you see your team's goals coming true.
Coach, have you told your team to kind of expect a hostile environment because, Mississippi State being so close and them bringing a lot of fans the last time they were here? Have you told your team to kind of be expecting take it as a true road game tomorrow?
Well, the one I have a lot of respect for Coach Mullen. He has promised me they're going to ring responsibly. We've been piping in the cowbells. We've been piping in the band. It is going to be not a home crowd feel. I know we've got a bunch of fabulous fans that have made the trip, but we've done everything we can to prepare a football team for a road game. And those cowbells, they after you hear about 10 minutes of practice, you've heard about enough of them. They just keep going off in your head. So hopefully we've prepared them for the hostile environment it's going to be. But once again, that's one of the great traditions of college football, and we're looking forward to playing the game.
How are you doing it? Piping it over to the loudspeaker after
Mhm.
playing on the sideline?
You know, there's an app for that. Can you believe it? That our video guy went and found an app with cowbells and the Mississippi State band playing. So you can go find you an app of cowbells if you're looking for one. I was kind of stunned myself because he found it in minutes.
Talk about the preparation of your squad so far, Coach, since they've been in Memphis. And I know how it is, and get close to the game time, they're working home in the bowl game. They're just eager and ready to play. So talk about the preparation. How have you kept them just, even keeled until the game?
Well, we got here the 26th. So in the football world, the 26th would have been a Tuesday for us as a work day. So we've had a regular work schedule of where we're have the same periods, just like we would at home, the same meeting. We've done everything earlier in the morning. In the AM, it's all about football. In the PM, it was about making memories. And I think we've come here, though, and when it's time to go to work, they've worked. And when it's time to have fun, they've had a good time. We've made sure we've conditioned them. You're a little worried just about the layoffs of when we played our last football game tonight, and what some of those bowl games and some teams cramping out. We want to make sure that we try to keep them in game shape the best that we can. And today on our countdown day is Friday. We'll go over to the stadium and a short walk through the substitution script and team meetings tonight. Get ready for kickoff tomorrow.
What would it mean for just the momentum of the program in general to get that 11th win? I don't think y'all have ever won 11 in the season.
No, it'll be the first time in the history of the school, so it'd be a big win for us. And for us to win this game, when you see Mississippi State, just the size and the length of some of their guys, we're absolutely going to have to play our best football game to achieve that 11th win.
What does it mean that it could be the first time in school history that you win back-to-back bowl games? Obviously, one season's great, but having back-to-back bowl wins kind of shows the consistency of the program too.
And that's what you want to do for, it helps this university. It also helps recruiting, where young men see that they can get a world-class degree and win bowl games. And, that's one of the things is we have to be a more consistent football team. And I think that's what we're doing. I don't believe we'll have the dips in the program that we've had. We're a talented team in Conference USA from the freshman class to the senior class.
David, your team's played Big 12 schools, you played Big 10 schools. Does that take a little bit off of the, TU versus the SEC matchup?
Really, we just want to play. And conference affiliation, we're very aware of what the SEC, stands for and how good that conference is. But young men are just young men, and they just won't kick off to come, and they can't come fast enough. And it's not one where we've really highlighted this is an SEC school. It's Mississippi State. If we're going to have a chance to win, we're going to have to perform well.
When you were going through 2-10s and 4-8 seasons, was there a moment during that process where you kind of your staff kind of said, "Okay, this is going to work. This is going to get turned around. This is going to happen"?
Well, we knew that we were recruiting very well. And that Rice is a developmental school. We cannot it's hard to find junior college players that are admissible to Rice. And so we have recruited outstanding freshmen, and they believed in us enough in the vision that none of them have left. And, so they have, like I said, we have 19 fifth-year players. They've been with you through the hard times. And this was also the group that started playing before their time. So there's never been a belief we weren't doing it the right way. There was never any doubt it was going to turn and go our way. It was just, we knew it was coming, and it was when we played Memphis and lost a close one that was a defining moment on our football team to where they had enough. And I think since that time we've won 15 out of our last 18. Losing is infectious, and so is winning. And I think this football team, the field and the locker room is a lot more enjoyable after a win. And when you win, you continue to prepare better, prepare harder, because you want to try to duplicate those emotions. And I think that's what we have going now.
You mentioned recruiting. How much can a strong performance in this game help get the Rice name and brand out to a talent-rich area that probably isn't your primary recruiting base?
Well, this senior class, the 5th years, is the class we signed after the 08 Texas Bowl win, where we won 10 games. So, it does help you attract student athletes that are a good fit at your university. And there's no doubt when you get on ESPN, it goes coast to coast. If you play well, it helps strengthen your pull on getting top quality recruits.
For you personally, how much would it mean getting a third bowl win? I think which would tie the most in program history.
You know what and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, that would be incredible. But what's even more incredible is this senior class, if they could have back-to-back bowl wins. This game is always about the student athlete. It's not about the coaches. We've had our time. But it would mean, these young men have already left a legacy that 10, 20, 30 years from now, they're going to be a back-to-back bowl team. And it would really be nice if they could walk back with just a little bit more of a swagger. Back-to-back bowl wins when they're 50 and 60 and 70. I think it's a team with what they've accomplished. They will continue to stay engaged with this great university. So it would be just, like I said, I enjoy sitting back when you win big games and just watching the young men and reflecting on what they've done. And it would be a special time. And like I said, I know we're going to have to play extremely well, to win this football game.
You mentioned some of the size and length of Mississippi State. What are the keys defensively for you in terms of stopping what Mississippi State does on offense?
Well, we've got to tackle really well. You got to stop the run game. We would, if you can't control Dak, you're gonna have a hard time in this game. We need some takeaways defensively to help. It's one where you really have to win the turnover battle and hopefully get some possessions away from them. And I think field position is going to be critical in this game. And offensively, we have to take care of the football. We're averaging, 32 minutes a game in time of possession, and we need to keep the ball away. At the end of those drives, we need to make sure we get points.
I was going to ask in scouting Mississippi State, anything either side of the ball that stands out in particular and presents challenges?
Just their size. They are a big, long, good-looking SEC football team. When we went to the ballpark for the rib eating contest and the singing contest, and you saw the size of the young men walking in, and that's it's one of those teams that are going to look good when you're out of their uniforms. You're going to look even better, and we're going to play extremely smart football and be fundamentally sound and to take care of just their size.
When you were watching and breaking down film, what stuck out to you about Dak?
I was watching the Egg Bowl before we knew we were going to play Mississippi State. I watched when he came off the sideline of what that did to that stadium and what that did to the guys on the sideline. So you can tell he's an inspirational leader, and that the whole team evolves around what he does. So that jumped out at you just as a college football fan when you saw him inspire a whole team the way that he did. You put the video on him, what a great job Coach Mullen has done this year. They've had a lot of injuries. A quarterback's hurt. I'm an outsider looking in, but it looks to me like this is probably one of the finest coaching jobs in the country that he's done this year. When you see all the injuries, the adversity they've overcome in the season like they did. So they're a team with a lot of momentum right now. They're a team that believes in themselves. Like I said, I think Coach Mullen did a fine job getting them to this point.
Coach, thank you all, the team.